welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to another video. As it is towards the end of the year, we're just doing a countdown basically now. I thought it'll be great to kind of give you guys a reflective video of the books that made my 2025. And all of these books shaped me, they broke me, they really carved what my taste kind of looks like now. So these are my top 6 books of 2025. I want to say, oh, it was such a difficult thing to do. It wasn't. It was very easy. Yeah, without further ado, grab your iced coffee, grab your journal just to write some regs, and let's get right into it. This is a novella following 2 young Black artists in London, a photographer and a dancer. As they fall in love, we see them navigating vulnerability, creativity, and the weight of being seen. This book is none other than Open Water by Caleb Azumah Nelson. I absolutely love this book. It's how I felt reading this book. It caught me off guard. The writing is so beautiful, so lyrical, almost feels like it's poetic. It almost reads like music in a way. Absolutely immersed myself. I remember my cousin would look at me and be like, why are you smiling to yourself? And I'm like, guys, these nameless characters really have me on a chokehold. As I've said, that the writing is so lyrical, poetic. I feel like Nelson did capture like the fear and the tenderness of falling in love. It was so soft in its terror. Like seeing like this one character who is the photographer, seeing him acknowledging that, oh my gosh, he is like falling in love and he is liking this girl. Like he tries to self-sabotage it, even though he wants it so bad, but he self-sabotages it without even like being intentional into doing so. Understanding where that fear is actually coming from, knowing how his parents like grew up, or getting like the history of his parents and how they came about to be in London, like a multiple of things being a factor of him being scared. I absolutely loved it. The writing is phenomenal. I basically underlined every single line, like basically underlined out a chapter, and yep, just like being exposed to like different Black culture and Black art. Really enjoyed that. Caleb did his big one here, perfectly showcased that as much as love can be soft, it can also be very scary. And if you love lyrical prose, poetic writing, a beautiful love story, definitely pick this up. You'll definitely enjoy it. This is a historical fiction about 2 sisters, Vienna and Isabel, whose courage and bravery look completely different, but equally powerful, even though I kind of judged at the beginning. One protects children at home, the other becomes a fearful, resistant fighter. This is none other than The Nightingale by Kristin. Let me tell you, I cried, I bawled my eyes out. Like I was shattered, but like the shattering, it was just like the most beautiful experience that I've ever had. There was some judgment in the beginning. I think I do have a reading vlog of me reading this book. Vienna came across as someone who was not really partaking in the fighting during this World War II. I actually enjoyed how Kristin took us on this journey from beginning to end. There's a reason why it's thick and the font is small, okay? You will go on a journey. You will learn to know these characters, love them, just question their decisions. Like, aren't you scared? And be like, better understand them, the reason why they do certain things, why they're so different. Got to see another version of the World War II that we just basically didn't know about. That's why it was such an emotional book, because you really get to know them. Like, you really got to understand and respect sisters' decisions of doing certain things. This really taught me that ordinary women's stories can be extraordinary. I absolutely love this book. If you love historical fiction that will shatter your soul but rebuilds it sentence by sentence, and like character development, definitely pick this up. You will thank me. This is a philosophical romance about 2 broken and brilliant people, a bipolar maths student who I kind of think he's great, and a counterfeit artist who fall into love that feels like a collusion of minds, trauma, a bit of an obsession, and some healing at some point. This is none other than Alone with You in the Ether by Olivie. Is it Olivie Blake? This is a very popular book. It's one of those like popular book talk books. And with reason, okay? I was so immense in this book and so like intrigued by things that I never thought I would be intrigued in. Like I was even intrigued by bees. I absolutely loved and enjoyed reading this book, watching them fall in love. Basically, the premise is that they have just 6 conversations, and within those 6 conversations, they do fall in love. Get to see them being in love and navigating a relationship whilst also navigating the issues that they have individually. Definitely understood that everyone deserves love. No matter how broken or damaged you think you may be, you will find your person. This affirmed that for me. Everybody has a person. But it kind of felt like not everything is a coincidence. Some things are just fate. The fairy tale girl in me was affirmed with this book. The dialogue here was brilliantly sharp. The emotions, so raw. The chemistry, it was chaotic, but it was literally off the charts. I felt it. I would read certain parts and I would find myself like pausing and like really having conversations by myself about what is being said. I think it's just one of those books that just have engaged in conversation with the text. I love that experience. I will definitely be reading more of Olive Blake's books. I know I want to start with Atlas 6. Yeah, I absolutely love the story. Also love the ending. Like, everything was perfect with this book for me. If you love that type of writing, that type of storytelling, a beautiful character development, seeing how falling in love and understanding that, oh, this is not love, maybe this is obsession, learning new things, definitely pick this up. I think this is worth a read and worth the hype. This is a letter from a son, little dog, to his illiterate mom, unpacking who he is, his queerness, the family history, the war, his trauma, the beauty, love, and the language of survival. This is none other than On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous by Vuong. Let me tell you, hold on, let me tell you. The way I want to read this book again without knowing what was going on. This is a work of art. Phenomenal. The way that I felt reading this book was, it felt an out-of-body kind of experience watching a movie as little dog is explaining it. It impacted him so different. Explaining that to his mom was such a beautiful thing to read. Him writing this book or writing this letter to his mom, knowing very well that she can't read or can't read the language. That has to be some sort of therapy in my mind. The point of the language in here, important for little dog to present himself in a certain way in certain places for them to be socially acceptable. Not being able to speak a certain language or not being able to be understood in your native language can be very hard for you to express yourself. Not being able to do so because you know you're not going to be understood, so you try another language, but also that doesn't fully explain how you're feeling. I'm getting ahead of myself. Absolutely love this book. I love the writing. It's very poetic. You really get to see it's actually a poet. That makes sense because this definitely felt like a collection of poetry that just so happened to be made into a novel. I truly enjoyed about this book. There are a lot of topics that Vuong really explored that I found really interesting. Really want to dive deep into having multiple conversations about them. I think that it is the purpose of books and art, just for us to be in conversation about these things. I enjoyed how Vuong basically put this in this tiny little piece of work of art. Reminded me that there is softness in the painful things that we get to see. Like, if you like reflective storytelling, definitely pick this up. You will enjoy it, okay? This contemporary romance follows Soledad rebuilding her life after betrayal, and she finds unexpected love, healing, and self-worth with a patient, beautiful, sexy man named Judah. Oh, what a man. This is none other than This Could Be Us by Kennedy Ryan. Let me tell you, Kennedy Ryan is one of my all-time favorite authors. She has become an autobi for me. I absolutely love this book. And it reminded me that a lot of things that I thought were like self-love were really just like fluffy surface things. Like, self-discovery and self-love takes a lot of work, like just what I think Soledad did have for herself. She was not angry enough for me though. After that betrayal, that man, kill him. Absolutely enjoyed just seeing her transform, like shedding the old versions of herself to become the woman that she needed to be, not only for her kids, for her friends, but also for herself. I think we become so engrossed with phases or certain seasons of our lives that we think that's who we are for the rest of our lives, but it's just like, change is good, okay? And I got to learn a lot about like autistic people on different spectrums, which is something that Kennedy Ryan does so well. Like, she writes love stories that feel like therapy, normalizing having those type of conversations. It was beautiful. Also, another thing that I definitely enjoyed here, how co-parenting really showed here. It's okay to get a divorce, okay? You don't have to stay for the kids. Are you catching what I'm throwing? Thank you. How co-parenting is written, it's not something that's unrealistic. It's something that is possible. It was beautiful. It was hot without being vulgar. Judah! What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. Yes, he is! You love a good romance with a patient man, a finance man, like a story about self-discovery. So if you like those types of stories, definitely pick this one up. First one is a darkly, slightly funny satire about a struggling author who steals her dead friend's work and passes it off as her own. It exposes the publishing world's obsession with identity and success at any, and I mean at any cost. This is none other than Yellowface by RF Kuang. This was my book club read. I really love them for picking this book up, okay? Phenomenal, okay? I get the hype. I get the hype. I was frustrated. I was infuriated. Okay. Not only did it expose certain people in the publishing world or any kind of media, to be honest, I've questioned also, there are so many stories to tell. Like it begs the question, who gets to tell the story? Who gets that platform? What June did here kind of like showcased me that a lot of people go to crazy lengths just to get fame, but also just to ride on a lie. She did unspeakable things. At first I felt sorry for her, but at some point I was like, this bitch. The writing was amazing. RF Kuang, you are a storyteller. I've never read anything like this before. If you love storytelling, drama, chaotic, wild things, definitely pick this up. You will love it. If you have read any of these books, drop a comment. Let me know what your thoughts on them. And if you haven't, let me know which one you're picking up first. With that being said, thank you so much for watching, reaching to this point of the video. If you did, please don't forget to give me a big like, subscribe if you haven't. Guys, I will see you in my next video. Until then, mwah, bye.